Hello. So you worked with Joe Root for a while at Yorkshire.
Sorry.
You worked with Joe Root
Yep.
at Yorkshire.
Yep.
What did you make of his innings?
Hey, pretty decent innings, wasn't it? Look, he just applied himself very well, which I think everyone's seen over his whole Test career. That he played very well. I thought we bowled well to him in patches. I thought we bowled well in patches throughout the day, but probably just didn't do it disciplined enough for long enough. And look, when you come up against quality players, they'll capitalise, and that's what happened today. And look, full credit to the England batters. They went out there and they played very well. I was really pleased with our efforts. We just need to make sure we sharpen up a little bit and be absolutely ruthless with our disciplines.
It's just the kind of pitch that offers no assistance to the bowlers. And they worked hard. They kept at it, but there was nothing there.
Yeah, look, you get out of the pitch what you put into it, and I think there have been times with both sides when the seamers have come in and hit the pitch hard. They've asked some questions of the opposition batter's defence, and we certainly did that at times today. But yeah, just probably not enough of it. We probably gifted a few too many runs at times. But also, you have to take your hat off. England played quite well as well.
Jason, Joe was obviously a very highly rated young player. As a younger fella, what were your sort of thoughts about where he might go in the game? And he's in the top 5 run scorers of all time now. Yeah,
certainly. When I got to Yorkshire, he'd just started his journey in first class cricket, and he was playing as an opener at the time. And I probably remember the innings, which probably everyone sat up and noticed. He got a double 100 down in Southampton against Hampshire on a pretty sporting wicket. And then I don't think it was long after that he got the call up. I think it was to India, I reckon, for his first Test series. So, I remember Joe as a player asking coaches. One of his things was, and I thought it was quite mature for a young man, was, tell me what I need to hear, not what you think I want to hear. And that was sort of a coaching lesson for myself and other coaches at the time at Yorkshire. And look, he just always strives to get better and always strives to improve. That was my experience with him a number of years back.
On the point about the surface, as a sort of lifetime member of the Bowlers Union, does 1,000 runs for 13 wickets make you wince?
I've been on the receiving end of those sort of things as a player, those sort of days or matches. But look, you've just got to keep coming in and presenting and bashing that pitch hard. And as I said, we've done that in patches. Quite often you get out of it what you put in, and but it's a good surface to bat on. But certainly, bowlers keep asking questions. Something can happen, and you've just got to believe that you keep coming in, keep bashing that pitch, and things will happen. So.
Hi, Jason.
Hey,
it's an anomaly among Joe's career that he's never got a Test 100 in Australia. Is that something you think he needs to chalk off before he can be regarded as one of the game's true greats?
I'd be pretty confident saying he's one of the game's true greats, whether he scores 100 in Australia or not. You don't score over 12,000 Test runs if you can't play the game. That's just an anomaly stat. We can manipulate stats however we want, can't we? But facts are, he scored over 12,000 runs. He scored more runs than any Englishman. So I would argue he's a pretty good player.
Sorry, to ask about another English batsman, Harry Brook.
Thanks, mate. Yeah.
Harry Brook. Did you overlap with him at Yorkshire? And
I think he was in the academy. He was just starting the academy. And I remember Richie Pyra, who just finished playing and then became a coach in my last year at Yorkshire. He'd spent time as a coach in all parts of the club. So whether it be second 11, academy, with the first team or whatever. And one thing I do remember him saying to me that season was, "There's this kid in the academy who's going to be all right," and that was Harry Brook.
Some teams
recently have had a plan of bowling wide to Harry to frustrate him. Was that something you guys looked at?
No, our plan was to bowl pretty straight today. And as I said just before, the gentleman asked me the question, when we did that, I thought we did quite well. We were able to manage the scoreboard. We've got 2 guys in at 150 plus now, and we're near on 150, and managed to keep the run rate at about 5. So if you're going to try and, as a coach, we always try to draw a positive out of the day's play, and that's probably the one thing we can. But I think on a surface like that, you can hang it wide for a while. But we've seen plans from both sides, trying various tactics and the like on this surface. It is a good surface to bat on. But I think, when we got our plans right and we implemented them well, I thought we were okay today. So, I was pleased with that. But I think, on reflection, I would have just liked us to just sit in a bit longer, be a little bit more patient, and just a little bit more disciplined. And, can't fault the efforts of our boys. They worked really hard, so really pleased about that. But we just got to, it's just an evolution for us as a team. We just need to make sure our bowling unit, we just keep learning each day that we play, continue to build that discipline into our bowling efforts each and every day, and do that. And we'll get better, and we'll keep working at that.
Hi Jason. So what we have seen throughout the day is that Pakistan bowlers have been unable to put on the squeeze after springing a couple of good deliveries. They have given away easy runs either in singles or in the boundaries. So is this something that has been noted by the Pakistan dressing room, and how do you plan to address that?
No, well, our plan, I think there was at one point the Root and Brook partnership had reached 150, and they'd only hit 8 to 10 boundaries. One thing we've observed with the England side is how attacking they are with the bat. They're probably a lot more defensive, England, with the ball in hand. Part of our tactics was to minimise the boundaries. We know England, regardless, doesn't matter what field we set, they're going to go pretty hard. We've seen that, and managed to minimise boundaries to the areas we wanted to, by and large. The challenge with that is when you do protect some of your boundaries, it opens up gaps in the field, and England were good enough to exploit that at times and rotate the strike. We were hoping to be patient and be disciplined and look to create opportunities, and to their credit, they played it pretty well. And while we had some little moments where we were a sniff of a wicket, just not enough of them, unfortunately.
Coach, this is Abu Bakar from Quick. Only 2 wickets on day 3. So from Pakistan angle, can we expect a result or even a win in last couple of days? Yeah,
look, day 3 we're still at 60 odd runs in front. We suspect the way England will go about this, they'll look to just bat and get a lead and have a crack at us. So we anticipate that will be their game plan. But we can't control how they go about it. We can only control what we can do. And we've just got to come out first thing in the morning, hit the ground running. We've still got a ball that's not too old, and we'll come out there, and if we take a couple of wickets and we get into their all-rounders, and we can go from there. But that's the attitude we've got to have. Our bowlers haven't done heaps of bowling. Abra bowled a lot of overs today, so our fast bowlers haven't had a huge workload. So after a rest tonight, and they'll come back fresh tomorrow, and we'll be ready to go, and we'll try and crack it open tomorrow morning.